Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel, Earth Angel Tarot. And in today's Isis Unveiled reading, we will be doing another Messages from Your Ancestors 2.0. Okay. And it's a 2.0 reading because for those of you who stick around till the end, I will be pulling cards from the Hello from the Other Side deck to see what ancestors or passed on loved ones would like to come through and deliver messages to you, okay, in regards to whatever messages come out in this reading for you today. All right. So these are the three cards that wanted to come out for this reading. Go ahead, take a look and see which one of these images calls out to you the most. As usual, I will put the image up again for a couple more seconds so that you can see which one you're really resonating with, and whichever image that is, that will be the pile that will have messages in it for you. Okay, so happy picking. Hello to those of you who chose pile number one. So this is your image. All right, and the message is High Priestess. All right, and it says a mystery is to be unveiled. A new clarity around your direction is unfolding. Be willing to wait for the full reveal, but also recognize what is happening at this time. You will be gaining valuable insight into where you are being led and for what purpose. All right, High Priestess. Yes, I'm feeling like very powerful energy coming from this message and this card. Okay, and I also heard you guys come from a line of High Priestesses. All right, so you yourself may be involved in high priestess type of work, whether you're in the beginning phases or whether you're someone who's already evolved into the full capacity of being a high priestess. Either way, you do come from a line of ancestors who were high priestesses. You guys have a very divine heritage, a very divine background. Okay, and I'm hearing it has skipped cycles. Okay, it has skipped cycles throughout your family lineage. Okay, and so you were the one who was called upon to help continue carry out the high priestess code. Okay, the high priestess DNA. You were the one who was chosen to reactivate the high priestess DNA. All right, and some of you may already be awoke to this, and some of you may be, like I said, in the beginning phases. So things may be happening in your life that you can't quite, piece it out quite yet, but there may be a lot of synchronicities or coincidental things that's happening in your life that is leading you to fully awaken to this. All right, and with this being in ancestors reading, this is just confirmation that your ancestors are coming through, letting you know that you are the chosen one. Okay, you are the chosen ones to help reactivate the high priestess DNA within your family lineage. All right. So as the card states, there will be new clarity, okay, that will continue to unfold around you. All right. So pay attention to any type of signs, synchronicities, or symbols within your day-to-day life that will show you and prove to you that you are meant to go in this direction. All right. So that is the message that has come through with this card. Now, let's see what messages will come through your pre-pulled oracle. All right. All right. And you guys have Coven. All right. And it says, expect to make an agreement between you and another, or possibly a group of people that are of like minds. This covenant is spiritually binded, yes, and set in stone by the divine ancestors. Oh my gosh, guys, this is exactly what I just said. And it says, with this agreement brings prosperity for generations to come. All right. And the word underneath is contracts. Yes, this is exactly what I was picking up with the high priestess card, right? There has already been an established coven around this. All right. This is part of your divine lineage. All right. And so your ancestors in this reading are calling for you to awaken to this for those of you who have not. All right. Those of you who have not awakened to this yet. And for those of you who have, great, because then this is going to be confirmation for you that you are on the right path with this. All right. So do expect to meet people who are like-minded. All right. And this is what I was meaning when I said that there will be synchronicities that you all may begin to experience. Okay. There will be synchronicities, there will be symbols, there will be signs. And this is going to be part of you aligning with the right people at the right time. Okay. Because you are meant to awaken in this lifetime to your high priestess abilities. All right. You are meant to be a high priestess initiate of some sort. All right. And what this means for you is just waking up to your divine power, waking up to your divine wisdom. Okay. Escaping the 3D reality that you may currently be living. All right. So your ancestors are calling for you to now wake up to your divine reality. All right. And that with this contracts here, this is like I say, like I was saying from the beginning, this is part of your soul's DNA. All right. You have already established this contract before even coming here because it's been in your family lineage. All right. So this contract has already been established before you even got here, but now it's going to be time for you to find the right group, right? The right set of people, okay, that's going to help you further this high priestess initiation. All right. And the people that you're going to find, I'm being called to point out, you will have a spiritual connection with them as well. Some of you may already know these people. Some of you may not have found them quite yet. But when things begin to align for you, in the way that they're meant to, in order for you to fully awaken, you will know. Okay. And as the high priestess card even stated, you will be gaining valuable insight into where you are being led and for what purpose. So there's going to be people who's going to help you along the way. All right. There's going to be people who you have a divine contract with already before even coming here into this 3D, who is going to help you along the way. All right. And look at this. We have hater. All right. And it says the energy of jealousy, envy, and spite. They lie, spy, and divide. If this is you, it's time for a reality check. Low vibe. And I love this showing up, beautiful pal number one, because this is just um, letting you know to be aware of people who are going to distract you and people who are going to be put on your path to block you from reaching this high priestess status. Okay. So I don't get that the hater is you in this particular instance, as the card says. I do feel like this is calling for you to be well aware of low vibrational people. Okay. Those who are going to be distractions to you on this journey. All right. Because just as the Coven card stated, there are going to be people who are meant to find you. Okay. But just be aware that those people can be of high vibration and there will also be those of low vibration. People of low vibration are also meant to find you, okay, to distract you. So your ancestors want you to use discernment. Okay. They want you to put, they're saying, put your spidey senses on, right? When it comes to who you're intermingling with, okay, who you are opening yourself up with, okay, because not everyone is going to hold that high vibration that you need in order for you to move forward. All right, so they want you to really be mindful of that. And I'm also being called to point out that in this image, she's wearing like the devil horns, right? So this is just giving me, the devil card, the devil tarot card type energy, all right? And we know that the devil card in the tarot is a form of distraction, right? A form of, you know, people messing with your mind, making you think something is what it's not. So just be mindful of any of those type of people on this journey, all right? Because there's definitely people coming your way, pal number one, those who are there to help you, okay, and then those who are there to distract you. And this is what the hater card is signifying coming up. So you do have to be on high alert when it comes to that, all right? All right. And then you guys have number 24. Focus on your health. All right. And it says wellness, active, radiant nourishment. Yes. And this is just, I feel like you keeping yourself in good health, more so mentally and emotionally. All right. This way you are able to properly use the discernment when needed. Okay. When you have a healthy when you're in a healthy mental state and you're in a healthy emotional state, right? It's kind of hard for people to feed off of your energy. It's kind of hard for those sneak attacks to happen, right? Because you're on point. All right. So just taking care of your mind, body, and soul is what I'm getting with this focus on your health card. And like I say, more so specifically your emotional and mental health. They want you to build a energetic barrier around yourself, okay? So that way you can ward off any of this negative energy that's trying to come your way, all right? And you could do this by doing simple, quick meditations, maybe even to start your day, okay? Meditations that is going to help provide this bubble of protective energy around you so that haters can bounce off of it, okay, and they're not able to penetrate through to your high frequency and your high vibration. All right, and your angels are also saying for you to call in on them as well to be a protective barrier, okay? And then you guys have flexibility. And what I just got with this pile number one is for you guys to be flexible with the changes. All right, be flexible with the changes. A lot of you may not understand the process that you all are going through, but they want you to be open. All right, they want you to be open to receive. All right, and especially if this is new for you. All right, a lot of times, especially the older we get, we become stuck in our ways, okay, and especially on how we think, right? So they want you to be flexible and open to this change. They want you to step outside of the box, even though you've been living your way a certain way for most of or majority of your life. They want you to step outside the box and be open to receive all of these different things that are going to start heading your way. All right. I feel like some of you, there's going to be a good portion of you who already have this feeling or who may have even started down the spiritual path, right? Because you've answered the call already. You knew that something was different. You knew that you were meant to do something different, so you've already started opening yourself up to let spirit guide you, right? Continue to guide you and show you more and more. But there's others of you who may have been, a little skeptical about it or on the fence about it, and not really understanding like different synchronicities that may have been happening to you or for you, right? Maybe just dismissing them as being something that it was coincidental. But your ancestors are saying, no, everything is in place and has been in place for a long time, even before this lifetime, and it is for a reason. All right, so they want you to be flexible and open up. All right, they want you to open up to receive. All right. And then you guys have eternal center. All right. And it says guru, protection, and peace. Yes. And this is just what I was saying, to put that protective barrier, energetic barrier around yourself. Okay. And practicing a form of meditation is very good for that. All right. There's one particular morning meditation that I like. I'll try to place it in the description box below, that really helps set the tone for the day, right? And to give you that peace of mind and give you that energy, the right energy vibration that you need to start the day. All right. And it says, there is a place within me. Okay, and it says still, calm, steady, and eternal. Yeah, so I really feel like your ancestors want you to center yourself. All right, they want you to be centered in this process, so that you're able to take it all in. And it's not going to come in all at once, pound number one. So it's not like, you got Coven here, high priestess. It's not like you're gonna wake up tomorrow and feel like you're like this grand witch or whatnot, right? There is gonna be a process, okay? But at this time, your ancestors just want you to be flexible, and all I'm being called to also say mindful, flexible and mindful, all right? Because there's about to be things coming your way to help you to open up to this path. Okay, and for those of you who are already on this path, there's going to be things coming your way that's going to help you to open up to this path even more. But there does need to be a sense of grounding, there needs to be a sense of centering, and there needs to be a sense of emotional and mental balance, okay? So that you're vibrating off of the right frequency when all of these things start coming your way. All right. So now let's go ahead and take a look at what tarot messages we have. So thank you, beautiful, beloved Mother Goddess Isis, as well as the ancestors who have come through. What additional messages do you have for pal number one? What additional messages do you have? All right. Yeah. So you guys are meant to get a new sense of clarity around this. So I would just say for you to be attentive, okay, to like little, even the most subtlest things that's happening in your life, okay, and question, what are these things and why are these things happening? What is it trying to lead you to? All right. What is it leading you to? Well, according to the two tarot cards that popped out, is leading you to the Ten of Pentacles, right? And the King of Pentacles. Yes. And what I just got from this, the Ten of Pentacles is a family legacy card, guys. It is family legacy, right? And so this just double confirms that this is something that has been going on for generations and generations and generations within your family bloodline, okay, that you may or may not be aware of. And look, we have the King of Pentacles showing up here. And look at this. You were the chosen one to reactivate this. All right. It has been dormant for a long time within your family lineage. Okay. Look how he stands there on top, right? So you are the chosen one who was meant to reactivate this. All right. So what does that mean? How, number one, besides having that high priestess energy, that means that you are the one in your family line who has come to break the cycles. Okay. You are the one in your family line who has come to break the cycles. Look at the rings of circles here, right? Just repetitive circles. And look at the little family there in the background, right? You guys came to break the cycle. Okay, whatever family cycle that is, whatever family drama that is, whatever, whatever that is for you all, you were the one who came, okay, and not even just came, but you are the one who were chosen to break these cycles within your family. Okay, it's been a coven already established for this. Okay, not only just to break cycles though, power number one, but to also step in your power. All right, to also step into your power. All right, and with this, I just got with the focus on your health. All right, there may have been, a family history of people being emotionally or or mentally unstable. Okay, and so this is going to be you regaining that within yourself. Okay, fixing the family patterns. All right. You have the Page of Wands that just came out, and it came out in reverse. And this for me is just saying like don't get messy with it, right? Because you a lot of times when we're on our spiritual paths, right, especially if it's new for us, we get excited and we want to, really push and pursue. We want to take it in, take it all in, gain it all, quick. And this is what I was just saying earlier, that there is going to be a process. Okay, so don't get messy with it. Take your time, because it is something that is inherent in you. All right, it's something that is inherent in you, so you don't have to rush the process. Okay, Page of Wands, I feel like that's someone normally upright. The Page of Wands, he's the explorer, right? He wants to explore, but he's going to be diligent in his exploration, right? And I feel like with it coming up reverse, this is like just like you wanted to just like dab into everything and just take everything all in at once and just jumping from here to there and being everywhere. So they want you to not be messy with it and let them be the guiding force, okay, to align you to the right people, the right places, and the right opportunities. All right, because they're saying if you be messy with it, this is when you're going to attract the haters, the wrong type of people, the low vibration of people, right? So they don't want you to rush into it, because you want to make sure you're finding the right coven, all right, the right group of people. And look at this, guys, you have the King of Wands again, because there's two, no, I'm sorry, there are two kings in this deck. But no, this isn't the King of Pentacles, but you do have the King of Wands. Yes, standing in your power, standing in your power. Like, and look how like radiant this King of Wands look, right? She looks like a high priestess, like someone who has stepped into their power. Look how she's covered in the red. She has this little spark of fire coming from her wand, right? So this is you stepping into your power. All right. This is you being the one holding the torch. Power number one. You being the one carrying and holding the torch for your family line, stepping into your power. All right. It skipped, like I was saying earlier, it skipped cycles. All right. It skipped cycles throughout your family line, and it came right back around to you. Okay. So you are the chosen one. Pal number one. Okay. All right. And then you have misfortune, not wrath. Okay. And it says, no, we are not angry with you. Assure the ancestors. The pattern of challenges you find yourself faced with lately is simply circumstantial, and it's part of your soul's contracts. Yes. So some of you may, like, when we go through our spiritual awakening, a lot of people think the spiritual awakening is this easy task, right? It's this easy task, and then you're like living on cloud nine, and everything is just perfect. And it's actually the absolute opposite, right? Because there's a lot of cleansing that's doing. Okay, there's a lot of cleansing that's being done, I should say, through the awakening process, right? Because there's a spiritual alignment happening. All right. And so this is what your ancestors are saying. They're just saying that, things that are happening for a reason. This is what I said earlier. Everything is always going to be happening for a reason, to get you set up in the right spot that you need to be at the right time for things to manifest how they're supposed to. All right. As this card says, this is a simply circumstantial, and it is part of your soul's contract coven. We had contract on that card as well, right? This is all part of your family's lineage, okay? And so things that how they're playing out is how they're meant to be played out, all right? But you're here to awaken in this lifetime. Pal number one, you're here to awaken. You're here to break family cycles. You're here to step into your power. All right. So that is your calling, and your ancestors through this reading want you to know that. So if you didn't know, now you do. Okay. You didn't know, now you know. All right. And for those of you who are already new, it's sky's the limit from this point. All right. So Now let's go ahead and pull some cards from the Hello from the Other Side deck to see what ancestors wants to come through for any of the viewers. So thank you, beautiful beloved Goddess Isis, for ushering in ancestors at this time, for those who want to come through and speak to a loved one. All right, so let's see what we get. And I'll pull about, oh, those just came flying out. All right, so this is very aligned. Let me tell you, you guys have December 16th through the 30th, so someone's birthday, and you also have Sagittarius. So for sure, um, this might be the same person because Sagittarius does fall between that date range. And then someone whose initials start with a Y. And I'm even being said to say doesn't have to start with a Y. A Y may have been in their name. Okay. Let's see. I'm pull one more. And these don't have to link with each other, but I do feel like those two do, considering the date and the sign. So however it resonates for you all is, the ancestor that was meant to be coming through for you. Okay. So they don't have to all relate to each other. So we'll pull one more. One more message or one more card. Oh, one more card of an ancestor who wants to come through. All right. And so then we have R. Okay. And this one is saying someone whose initial did begin with the R. The Y I was told could begin with the Y, or they had a Y in their name for this Y. But the R, it is someone whose first name began with an R. All right, so now let's see what messages they have for you, beautiful ancestors that came through. What message do you have for your loved ones? All right, the Tower. Yes, starting a new foundation, guys. And they're even saying that this spiritual awakening for you is going to feel like a tower moment. All right, because when spiritual awakenings happen, a lot of things that are not meant for us have to be shed from our lives. All right, and it's not. Some Not all times is it a comfortable feeling, right? It may be the loss of a job, it may be the loss of a friendship, it may be the loss of a spouse, a significant other. Not loss as in passing, but loss in them being removed from your life because they no longer fit the puzzle, right? They're no longer a piece within the new puzzle that you're trying to get together. And look at this, guys, we have the Fool. Like, you literally have the things crumbling away just for you to start a new beginning, right? Just for you to step into this alignment that spirit has for you. All right. Let's see what else they have. Yep, the Fool. This is definitely a new beginning for you all. And they want you to be aware of that. Look at this, guys. The Nine of Pentacles. And with this, I'm hearing be proud of yourself and who you are. All right. Be proud of yourself and who you are. And if you don't feel like that quite yet, how number one, they're saying that the things that you shed and make way for a new version of yourself to come through, that's going to allow for you to feel proud of yourself. That's going to allow for you to look back and see how far you are versus where you were. Okay. And this is what they're saying. They want you to be proud of yourself. I'm hearing self-made. Some of you are really or has been self-made. Okay. And now it's time to move forward. All right. They're saying that they're clearing they're clearing the path for you. Okay, with this message, your ancestors saying that they are clearing the path for you. All right, and this aligns perfectly with this Tower card showing up here. All right, this aligns perfectly with the Tower card, being the beginning and the Chariot being at the end. All right, because they're ushering in the right people, places, things. Okay, and they're also removing those things that has been blockages and that has been obstacles for you. All right. And hater, they're pulling me back to the hater card. They really want you to be mindful, for some of you, to your inner circles. Okay, to your inner circles. Those are people who are going to be doubters, or they're going to be disbelievers. Okay, they're going to they're happy with how their mind works in a 3D. They don't want to expand beyond that. All right, they want you to be mindful of those type of people so as to not let them deter you or distract you from your path. Okay. All right, my lovely pal number one, that is all I have for you. Really hope you enjoy. If so, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay. And until next time, my lovelies, take care. I will try to link that meditation video in the description box as well. A good form of meditation to start your day. All right. And until next time, my lovelies, take care and bye bye. Hello to those of you who chose pile number two. So this is your image. All right. And the message is talismans of potency. Okay, and the message is sacred tools and objects can become an extension of your energy field, focusing your power and intention, helping you heal the split between spirit and matter, bringing physical matter more deeply into light and life. You are encouraged to work with sacred materials in a conscious way to help your own healing and enjoyment of the material world as a part of your spiritual practice. All right. Talismans of potency. All right. And what I was drawn to in this card image when I first pulled it was the Tayet here, which is Isis's, one of Isis's symbols or objects that she works with, right? Or that she's known for. So some of you, if you work with Mother Goddess Isis, you know what that symbol represents. And for others of you, you may work with other spiritual tools. Okay, your ancestors are telling you, or that something is needed to be worn at all times. Okay, this is what's coming through. A form, you guys need a form of protection to be carried with you at all times, and I mean, like, in a sense of, just as the card says, some type of talisman. Okay, to ward off any negative energies, any lower vibrational energies, because I'm getting that you have this elevated type of frequency, right? That seems to attract not always the best type of people. All right. And so your ancestors are saying, in order to ward off those unwanted type of people or situations, um, for you to incorporate some type of talisman into your life. So whether that's you wearing some type of energetic necklace, energetic bracelet, energetic ring, or just carrying like crystals with you in your pocket or your purse, or you know, whatever the case is. All right, so you guys, your ancestors are saying, because they're saying that even though we don't see it in the 3D, there is a spiritual war that is going on. All right. And you being someone who vibrates at a high frequency, that makes you more susceptible to drawing in, you know, those who try to attack your energy, attack your character. And you may know people in your life right now who are, you know, who behave that way towards you. Okay, whether it's someone you know or whether it's strangers, your ancestors are advising you to work with some type of talisman of potency. All right, carry these things with you. Like I say, it could be, you know, crystals that you wear in a form of necklaces, bracelets, rings, whatever the case may be. All right, so your ancestors are highlighting that for you at this time. Okay, so then now let's see what pre pulled oracle messages you guys have. And you guys have uncle. All right, and it says your uncle or uncles, including the greats before you, known and unknown, are of significance to you at this time in the physical and spirit. Past life uncle. All right, so some of you may have had a close relationship with your uncle. All right, whether it's someone who is currently here or it's someone who has passed, there is a message of someone's having a strong relationship with the uncle figure in their life. Okay, within your bloodline. All right, so this person, and I feel like I don't know if it's going to be for a group of you, okay? Considering that this is a collective reading, or if it's just going to stand out for a small few of you. But they want to come through and let you know that they are your talisman of potency, right? They are the one who you can call on. And even if they're here still in the physical, this may be a person who has great wisdom to offer or great wisdom to share in times where you're feeling weak and vulnerable, right? Or when you feel like you're carrying the world on your shoulders. This could be someone who you can go to if they're still here in the physical. If they are not, this is when you call on them in spirit to be your protector, and they may already be your protector, considering that this card has come up with the talisman of potency. So they may be someone who is now your guardian angel, right? Who watches over you and helps you to recognize things that you need to be aware of. Okay. And you guys also have granddad. Look at this. And it says, and it's bloodline again. And it says, your grandfather or grandfathers, including the greats before you, known and unknown, are of significance to you at this time in the physical and spirit. So same message as the uncle card. So there's definitely very significant relationships that some of you in this pal has with either uncles in your family or granddads in your family. Okay, there's some very close relationships here. All right, and considering that this is an ancestor reading, these two can be coming up very strong in the spiritual sense, but they can also be still present as well. Either way, there is a deep connection on both a physical and a spiritual level between these two. All right. There's a very deep spiritual and physical connection between these two. All right. So you're meant to, pal number two, call on these figures. Okay. Or go to them if they're still presently living. Go to them in times of need. All right. These are very strong support factors in your life at this time. Okay. And that's in either the physical sense or the spiritual sense. They're very strong supporting factors for you. They're very strong talismans of potency. All right. They are an extension of your energy field. Okay. They are there. I'm getting spiritual guides. These are spiritual guides for you, guardian angels for you. All right. So when times get rough, times get hard, or there's a lack of clarity or understanding, you guys are being called on to call on these two figures. Okay. The uncle and the granddad. All right. And we have Michael with blue. Yes. And we have an angel showing up. Okay. And that's what I was just saying, wisdom. All right. These are people who have wisdom to share with you and to give you insight and clarity. All right. In situations that you probably can't wrap your head around. Right. They are there to give you the guiding light that you need. All right. And Michael Blue says wise, honest, trustworthy, and observant. Yes. And this is what this represents for these two figures, right? Someone with wisdom, someone who's honest, someone who's trustworthy, okay, someone who's observant. So I really feel strongly that with this coming up, like this is like very specific, especially compared to pile number one, with these two figures coming up. I think it's, and with it being an ancestors reading, like this, there's this strong push for you all to call on whoever this is in your life at this time. Okay, what, like I said, whether it be in spirit or whether it be in the physical. All right. There's a strong sense, I'm even hearing like of urgency for you to make the connection with, and it doesn't have to be both. So either it's the uncle or the granddad in your life, because they have, if you're stuck right now in a situation, um, or whatever the case is for you, where things are hard or tough or something's not adding up for some of you out there, right? This is the time for you to seek counsel. Okay, it's what I just got. Seek counsel, all right, from one of these type of figures here. All right, they have very good insight for you that's needed at this time, and that is going to help you with your situation. Okay, and we have release. All right, and whatever situation that is for you, and whatever advice that they are meant to give to you during this time, pal number two, is going to help you to release the burden. All right, so if some of you have been feeling like a burden, or maybe even feeling like energetic attacks, right? Whatever insight they have to give you, whatever clarity they have to give you, is going to help you to release the burden. All right. And we have the awakened dead. All right. And it says resilience, nirvana, self appreciation. All right. And the other message is the things that almost broke me were the things that most awoke me. Right. And this is part of, releasing the burden. All right. So that you can awaken to, right, a new version of yourself. Some of you, I feel like, are going through some things at this time, right? And it's been a burden on you, has been, but you are being called to by the ancestors to seek guidance, and seek guidance from two specific um, two specific type of factors, okay, or let's just say people in your life, whether they're, like I say, there's a divide between the two. So for some of you, you had close relations with uncles or granddads, and they are no longer here. And for others of you, you have close relationships with uncles and granddads who are still here. So I do feel like both energies, okay, and even with the awakened dead coming up, I feel a strong pull towards the spiritual side, but there is a portion of living uncles and granddads too who will be very significant in whatever situation you guys are dealing with. Okay. They're like your guardian angels for those who have passed, and they're your earth angels for those who are here, is what I'm being told. Okay, so they're your earth angels if they're still presently here with us, or they are your guardian angels if they have passed. Okay, you have the angel here, you have the awakened dead. um so they are here, or they are, if they're here, um, they are meant to help you to release burdens. Okay, they are the contributing factor to you getting out of a bind. Okay, it's what I'm getting. They are a contributing factor to helping you ward off unwanted energies. Okay, negative energies, or people who don't have your best interest at will. Okay, they may even be the people in your life who currently tell you, to stay away from certain things or stay away from certain people, and may also even be the people in your life who will tell you, I told you so. Okay, but in a loving type of way. Okay, in a way where they are trying to enlighten you, rather than shame you. All right. So let's see what else we have. We're going to look at some tarot. So thank you, beautiful, beloved Mother Goddess Isis, as well as the ancestors who have come through. What other messages do you have for pal number 2? What other ancestor messages do you have for pal number 2? Yeah, so they you guys are having these two figures show up in your reading. And I feel like, this is a strong pull or urge for you to make some type of connection, right? Stronger connection, stronger bond, because it's meant for you for them to help you to get out of a situation is what I keep getting, right? They're the answer to a situation, okay? And they can be answered in physical form or in prayer form, but they are the answers to that. All right, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. Yes, Queen of Pentacles stands for someone who's nurturing, right? Someone who's a nurturer, someone who's a provider, someone who is grounded. So I definitely feel with this Queen of Pentacles card showing up, a strong family foundation. All right, a strong family foundation. And we have the Justice, right? Strong family foundation. And these two figures, okay, are meant to help you bring in balance. It's okay to help the scales to be balanced for you. All right, help you to release burden. So whereas one side things are, out of balance and you got too much of a burden, obviously making one of the scales be off balance, then they're the ones that's going to help you to release. Okay, they're the ones who's going to help you to release, okay, and execute is what I'm getting, because I'm being drawn to the sword, okay, in this Justice card. Execute uh the right choices, the right decisions, like execute in a way to where you get the bigger picture, right? You can finally see what actions need to be taken, what things need to be done, because they come through with a sense of wisdom and understanding, all right, that you may be missing on your own accord. All right, so they come through to help usher in that wisdom and understanding for you. All right, and you have the Page of Wands. All right, so that you can see things clearly. Like, yes, just what I just said. They come in to issue what you're missing so that you can see more clearly. All right, like I just said earlier, seeing the bigger picture, right? Look how his face is magnified, well, his eye at least, is magnified through this glass. Seeing the bigger picture, all right, having a better understanding, so that there is a regain of focus. Okay, some of you have been out of focus for a long time now. All right, some of you have been out of focus for a long time, and these two figures are here to help you balance things. Okay, King of Pentacles showing up as well. All right, so you have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, right? One on either end. And so, like, this is just like what I was saying a little bit ago, that I do feel like there's a strong family foundation here, okay, with these two Queen and King of Pentacles showing up, right? Very grounded energy. Okay, but look how we have the child in the middle. So we have the maternal figure and the paternal figure at the end, but we have the child in the middle. So this just feels like to me that you were someone who comes from a strong family background, but somewhere along the lines of exploration, because that's what the Page of Wands does, maybe you didn't make the right choices. Okay, so even though they may have tried to steer you in the right direction, all along, you chose to do things your way, okay? And it may not have necessarily led to the best circumstances for you. All right, the child who explores, the child who wanders off. So maybe that's you. You were the child who wanted to explore and wander off, but it didn't bring about the best circumstances. Okay, so these people are meant to help you to bring things back into balance and bring things back into focus. Because I do feel like with both of these, the Queen and the King of Pentacles showing up here, that there is a strong family foundation there that you come from. Okay, things have just got for you off balance, and they can help you in this time of need. Okay, they can help you to release whatever burdens you may have to whatever situation this is. Okay, so then you guys have trust your gut feeling. Okay, and it says, because your intuition is astute right now, your hunch is going to pay off. We have been guiding you to go with your gut feeling all along. Assure the ancestors. Right. So I get like with this, it's like trust the process. Okay. And also, I just got don't be too prideful. All right. Don't be too prideful to where if it's assistance and help that you need, that you won't ask for it. Okay. Don't be too prideful to ignore the help where it can be granted and from who it can be granted. All right. And so a strong part of you, I would say a small part of you, right, is being resistant. But there's a stronger part of you who knows that you need the help. Okay. And this is in whatever form or fashion that you, or what area of your life you need help in, right? So that larger part of you is your instinct, right? Your intuition. So don't let that small, prideful version of yourself restrict you from seeking guidance where it's needed. Okay. So now we're going to pull some messages from the Hello from the Other Side deck and see what ancestors wants to show up for any of you viewers who are still watching, and then we'll see what messages they have. All right. So thank you, beautiful beloved goddess Mother Isis, as well as any ancestors who has come through for pal number 2. All right. So what ancestor wants to come out with the message for pal number 2? And I'll probably pull, I usually do about 4 of them. So we have someone who is an Aries. All right. So maybe this uncle or granddad figure in your life is an Aries. Okay. Um, like I say, could be living or passed on. And with this, now that I'm pulling these cards, they don't have to tie into being directly correlated with the uncle or granddad figures that showed up. So these could be other ancestors that are coming through at this time. All right. And they also don't have to correlate to each other either. All right. So we have someone age 71 through 80 who wants to show up. And I'll pull 2 more. 2 more messages. So we have Aries, and then we have someone who's 71 through 80, and someone's birthday who is December 1st through the 15th. All right. So that would be actually a Sagittarius. Let's see. One more. So we have 2 fire energies. I'm being told to point that out. 2 fire energies on the board with the Aries in the December 15th. That would be Sagittarius. All right. And then we have November 1st through the 15th showing up. So someone whose birthday was November 1st through the 15th. All right. Scorpio. All right. So then now let's see what messages they have for you. Thank you, beautiful ancestors. What messages do you have for your loved ones at this time? What messages would you like to share with them? But yes, some of you, your energy definitely does need to be cleansed. Okay, going back to the Talismans of Potency card, and you just making sure that you're energetically engaging with the right tools to protect that energy. All right, King of Wands. All right, and I'm definitely strong paternal, definitely strong paternal energy coming through for this pal. All right, so some of you guys, like I said, I'm getting ahead of the table with this King of Wands. All right. Some of you guys are coming from very, like I was saying, very strong family backgrounds, right? Where specifically the maternal figures, I'm sorry, not the maternal, the paternal figures um, are very significant. Okay. They are the ones who carry the wisdom, the best advice, the ones who's going to help you in times of need. All right. Six of Wands. All right. Victory, success. So, yes. So, this is just saying that go the elders. All right. Your elders are going to help you to overcome the obstacles. All right. They're going to help you on a path to move forward. Trust in the advice from your elders. All right. Especially for those of you who are in stuck situations. All right, who are in stuck situations. And we have the Page of Wands again. All right, we have the Page of Wands showing up twice. All right. Um, right and wrongs, okay, is what I'm getting with this Page of Wands. All right. Start with the new, fresh, vibrant energy. Righting the wrongs, okay, is what came out with that. Let's see. We have Ten of Cups. All right, so that you can get back to a strong family foundation. All right, this is what the Ten of Cups is. And so some of you may have even been with this Ten of Cups coming up here. Some of you may have even been I don't want to use the word outcasted, but it seems kind of, because it seems kind of strong, but no, estranged. I think that's the right word. Some of you may have even been estranged from your family, right? Because of choices that you made that didn't align with what they had going on, right? So some of you may even be estranged from your family. And so we have the elders coming up here telling you that it is time to make it right. Right in the wrongs. That's why right in the wrongs came through with the Page of Wands. So they're saying don't let decisions that has happened in the past influence the future. All right. They're saying that there needs to be a clean slate. All right. And for some of you, this uncle or granddad may be the mediator. Okay. If some of you are estranged from your family, I don't feel like the estrangement or the riffraff comes between the uncle and the granddad figure. I do feel like they are more of the mediator energy, especially with this King of Wands coming up here. But I do feel like that wherever things were off balance at, I'm going back to the Justice, then this is your turn. This is your time, pal number two, to make things right again. All right. And the uncle or granddad may be the mediator during this time. All right. They may be the strong beacon of hope that's there to help piece things back together. All right. So that you can get back to this Ten of Cups. Okay. Get back to a strong family foundation. All right. And this is what your ancestors are coming through. Something needs to be fixed within someone's family dynamic. All right. And they want you to be aware of that. And then also they are told to go back to the trust your gut feeling. Don't let that small piece of pride hold you back from that strong intuitive gut feeling that's telling you to make things right. Okay. Yes, pal number two. So those are the messages that wanted to come through with you. Really hope you enjoy. If so, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, my lovelies, take care and bye bye. Hello to those of you who chose pal number three. So this is your image. All right. And the message is Goddess of 10,000 Names. Okay. And the message says if you have felt constrained by a role, name, or identity and are wishing for assistance in growing beyond it, or if you have sensed a new role or identity calling you into greater expression and would love some divine help in that growth, this oracle indicates that help you need is already with you, urging your growth from within. Yes, goddess of 10,000 names. So what I was getting with this pile number three, with the message that was coming through, is that some of you are definitely feeling stuck. Okay, and more specifically, I got like with the job, right? With it saying constrained by a role. You know, there can be many different type of roles that we play here in our lives, but more specifically, I got like stuck within a role at a job, right? So some of you are definitely looking for expansion. Okay. So some of you are even looking for possibly like a new identity or a new version of yourself. You may be feeling at this time that you have outgrown who you were. All right. So you may feel a strong pull or a strong urge to open yourself up to being someone new, right? A better version of yourself. All right. I'm getting shedding old ways and patterns about yourself that no longer serve you at this point in your life. All right. Um, so if it's not, I feel like the job role thing is only going to resonate with some, not for everyone, but I did pick that up strongly as I was reading the message from the card. That for some of you, it is in a job. Some of you feel stuck in a job. And for others, it's just you just feeling stuck in general, right? Like you just wanting to have like some type of rebirth about yourself. And so I'm definitely picking up the death tarot card energy, right? That there's some version of yourself that's waiting to be outed, right? Waiting to be released. Okay. And you guys are definitely feeling that. I'm getting for some of you, you may even want to change your look up completely, right? Some of you may honestly be going through a midlife crisis, right? Where you want to, cut your hair, change the way you dress, just like do this whole um, change thing with yourself, right? And so the card is saying that the help that you need is already there. So this is to say that your ancestors are well aware of the challenges that you face at this time, and they want to be there as support for you. Okay. And so that's the message that's coming through with that card. But now let's take a look and see what pre-oracle messages you guys have. All right, and you guys have recurring, yes, like just cycles. Like you guys have been like going through like the same repeated recurring cycles, right? And you're ready to break free from that. Okay, and the message is repeated habits bring repeated results and outcomes. Retrograde energy, time for reflection, review, readjustments, and redirection. Expect repetition that may push you out of a comfortable cycle. Okay, and the word at the bottom is cycle. Yes. So some of you guys, as the card says, repeated habits bring repeated results. Okay, and the thing is with you all, pile number three, is that you are tired of those repeated results. You're tired of those repeated outcomes. Okay, and so this is why it's going to be important for you to go ahead to begin the process of letting those things that no longer serve a purpose in your life, especially at this point of expansion, to fall to the wayside. Okay, because you guys, I, you, I'm being told you guys have to step out of your comfort zone. All right. So some of you are still stuck where you're at in the situations you're in because you are afraid to step out of your comfort zone. And this is why you're going to keep having these recurring events, these recurring results, these recurring outcomes, okay? Because you're not allowing yourself to branch out, okay? You're not allowing yourself to expand. So you, pile number three, are the restriction. Okay. You are the restriction. Okay. And if you have felt that way, pal number three, then it is time for you to make the necessary adjustments. All right. And if you are afraid to step out of your comfort zone, this is where you ask for your guides to come in. You ask for your ancestors to come in, right, with love and light to assist you with this process. All right. Because they are there to help you with your growth. Okay. They are there to help you with your expansion. All right. And they know your way more than you know your way. So they are aware of your fears, your doubts, your anxieties. They know all of these things about you. So this is where you can ask for them to come in to help you to break those recurring cycles that's keeping you stuck. All right. Oh my gosh, look at this. We have revive. Break those cycles, pile number 3, so that you can revive. All right. And it says, it's time to bring that project or dream back to life. Do not neglect the vision that are clear in front of you. Don't waste your gift. Okay. And at the bottom, it says inspiration. Yes. So, guys, allow yourself to be revived. Okay. Don't feel like you have to be stuck at a dead end job. Don't feel like you have to be stuck in a dead end relationship, right? Don't feel like you have to be stuck in like dead end situations overall. All right. You have to push yourself. Pile number 3. This is what your ancestors want you to know. You have to push yourself if you want to break free, if you want to break out of the recurrent cycle. Okay, you have to break free from that box that's restraining you. Okay, those 4 walls that has been built around you because of fears, because of worries, because of doubts. You have to break through and push past that, pile number 3, in order for you to see your expansion. All right. um but the key thing here is that they want you to call on them for assistance. All right. Call on them for assistance. Okay. And it says that if you have sensed a new role or identity calling you into greater expression, all right, and you would love some divine help, call on them. Call on your ancestors through prayer, through meditation, through journaling, right? And just say, hey, how can you help me with X, Y, and Z? All right. So that they can help to give you that insight and clarity that's going to revive you. All right, so that they can align you with the right situation, circumstances, um, or just opportunities that's going to help you to elevate, that's going to help you to expand. All right, so your ancestors are here to revive you. All right, because they know you feel stuck, and they're saying that they're just a call away, pile number 3. They know you feel stuck, and you have been stuck, and you've been in a recurrent cycle, but they're just a call away to help revive you. All right. And then you guys have number 37 with soul groups. All right. And it says messages, reunion, connection, validation. Yes. And this is what I was saying, like, make the connection, right? Make the connection with get to know your spirit team, who they are. Get to, meet them. There's different type of meditations you can do that allows you to meet your soul group, that allows you to commune with your ancestors, right? And this is what they want you to do. They want you to make the connection. They want you to form the reunion between, well, let's just say the union between the 3D physical self and the spirituality of what they have to offer. All right, because they have messages to give. All right, your ancestors have messages to give that's going to help you out of this recurrent situation that you may be in. All right, they have the insight and the clarity that you need because, like I say, they know that you feel constrained. They know that you feel stuck, but they want to be able to help you by reviving you. But you have to meet them half the way. All right. And then you have love. Yes. And with this coming up, like this is just straightforward from them how much they love you. Right. There's a very, and what's like honestly, when I was pulling cards for this particular pal, like I felt like that love. I felt like this giddy type feeling, like this like playful, loving type energy. And this is just, showing up also through the cards, letting you know that there is so much love around and for you. All right. There's so much love around and for you. All right. And they just want you to make the connection to that. Power number three. All right. We always get so caught up in our 3D lives that a lot of us, we either neglect or we don't pay attention to at all the spiritual aspect of living, right? Our ancestors who has come before us, our spirit guides who are in the spirit realm there to help guide us on our earthly path, right? And so we need to learn to make the connection so that we can experience and feel the love that they express to us in many forms, shapes, and fashions. All right, they're letting us know that they understand our hard times. Okay, and they're just a call away. And so this is what they want you to be aware of. Power number three. Okay, they want you to be aware of the love that they have for you. Okay, the connection that they want to make with you so that they can help you to break these cycles that you're in. All right, and we have number 28 with dark nights of the soul. Okay, and it says transformation, awakening, and tower. Yes, they're there to help you to confront and face those inner challenges, those inner demons, right? The dark night of the soul, that shadow aspect of ourselves that holds us back, right? And so this is just like when I forget which pal I was reading for. I think it was pal number one. Um, People tend to think that like going through a spiritual awakening is like such a peaceful process, and in all actual reality it is the dark night of the soul, right? It's you addressing those problem areas in your life. Okay, what's causing you to be in these recurring repeated cycles? What repetitive thing do you keep doing that's giving you the same results, but you haven't quite figured out how to break that pattern yet, right? And sometimes it's hard because sometimes breaking that pattern means giving up something that's part of your comfort zone, right? It's giving up something that's part of your comfort zone. And so this is why part of an awakening is the dark night of the soul, addressing those problem areas, right? Addressing those problem areas and facing them head on in order for you to be able to transform. All right. And so this is what you guys are being called to do. Instead of keeping yourself in this recurring, repeated cycle of behaviors and actions or activities that's giving you the same results, address why that behavior is even there to begin with, right? Like, what is it about that behavior that keeps you bound to it, okay? That prevents you from breaking free from it. Like, why is it so hard for you to break free from certain behavior patterns that's still giving you the outcome, the undesired outcome? Like, why not just change your ways, right? Why not just do something different, right? And this is what your ancestors want to bring to the forefront with this dark night of the soul popping up, is for you to address those things. Okay, because that's part of your healing, that's part of your revival, that's part of you living a better version of yourself. Okay, and I'm being drawn back to the love, and for you to allow the love in. All right, for you to allow the love in. And for some of you, I'm also getting, you need to love yourself more. Okay, love yourself more, and that's also going to help you to break those recurring cycles that's leading nowhere. Okay, so now let's see what tarot messages um, wants to come through. So thank you, beautiful, beloved Mother Goddess Isis, and the ancestors who has come through. What other messages do you have for pal number three? Oh, that one like really jumped out. Yes, the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords, right? When I was just saying, like, what, addressing the behavior itself, right? And what is it about that behavior that keeps you doing it, even though you know it's not going to give you what you want? Like, what is it about that one thing, right, that doesn't allow you to step out of your comfort zone? And this is what the Six of Swords is. The Six of Swords is gradually moving away from those things, right? As uncomfortable as it may feel, as painful as it may feel, and not in a physical sense, but just it could be like a emotional type of pain, right? A mental type of pain, because you're giving up a version of yourself that you're mostly comfortable with. All right, so then let's see what else we have for you all. All right. Okay, and then you guys have the Two of Swords. All right. So just making that effort to see, right? Making the effort to see, making the effort to make the choice to choose love, right? The choice to choose you, okay? And whatever these cycles that you feel like you're stuck in, okay? So it's like, do I stay in my comfort zone even though I'm not happy? Or do I, make the choice to step out of my comfort zone so that I can break these recurrent cycles, right? Making the choice with this being above, underneath the love, making the choice to choose self, right? To choose love of self in order to further expand, right? Because now it's like, I'm not happy in this recurring situation, right? I'm feeling stuck, right? I'm getting the same repeated outcomes, and it's not bringing me any happiness, right? So then it's a matter of, do I step out of my comfort zone in order to make this better, right? And so this is what your ancestors are wanting you to do. All right, because Two of Swords is all about having to make these decisions, right? These difficult decisions, and you not having the right insight and clarity that's going to help you with that decision making, right? And this is why they're saying to call on them for that guidance, to call on your soul group for that guidance, right? So that they can help you in this process of ascension, in this process of dealing with the dark night of the soul. All right, and then you guys have two more. You have the Eight of Pentacles. All right, and I love the Eight of Pentacles showing up because this is actually putting in the work, right? Putting in the work. And I think that was even on the revive card, right? It says it's time to bring back that project or that dream that you had, right? Bring it back to life. And this is what the Eight of Pentacles does, right? This is you choosing to put forth the effort of change, right? Actually dedicating the time and the effort for something that you want to do, so that you're not stuck doing something that you don't want to do. Okay. And then you have the King of Pentacles in reverse. All right. And sometimes in life, power number three, we do have to do things out of love and out of passion and not for money, right? And that could be part of what the cycle is, the recurrent cycle that you need to break. Doing things because it gives you a monetary gain, all right? So it may be giving you a monetary gain with this King of Pentacles in reverse, though. It's not fulfilling you in other areas of your life, right? So it's not giving you emotional happiness. It's not giving you emotional support, right? It's not giving you that type of stability that you need in order to fully feel revived. All right. And so this is why it's time to get back to what the soul wants, what the heart wants. What is it that you're passionate about, that you swept under the rug or that you put on the back burner? All right. Um, because that's what you need to get back to in order to feel full again, okay? In order for that expansion to happen for you, in order for you to break free from recurring cycles that's leading to a dead end. All right, so they're saying, the ancestors are saying, with this King of Pentacles showing up in reverse, to make sure you're not doing things for monetary gain, okay? And make sure that there's true passion behind it, and they want to help you to find what that is. All right. They want to help you to transition with this Six of Swords. Transition out of that stuck energy, feeling like you're stuck or trapped at a dead end job. It might be paying you well financially, but it's not doing anything for the soul, right? It's not doing anything for the mental space. It's not doing anything for your emotional space, right? So they want to help you transition away from those things, okay? And it doesn't just have to be a place of employment. It could be relationships as well. All right. Your spirit team and your ancestors are here to help you to transition through things like this. Okay, when you are in that two of source energy and it's hard for you to make a decision, right? You make the connection with them, soul groups. You make that connection with them so that they can give you, like I was saying earlier, the right synchronicities, the right alignment, the right opportunities to help you to get out of this, and so that you're able to put more time and focus into yourself and your craft, right? What you're actually really good at, okay? And not feeling like you're settling. All right. And then you have blame games hold us back. Okay. And the message is pointing fingers and blaming neighbors, other countries, parents, or anyone else only disempowers you, moving you even further away from your intended path. Stand in your own power and take responsibility for the life you choose, say the ancestors. All right. So they're saying that it's okay. Like, it's at this point, it's no sense of pointing fingers. As to why you're at where you're at, but they want you to know that you can move beyond this point. Okay, so some of you may feel like you're in these situations that you're in based off other people. Okay, maybe other people had some type of influence on why you feel stuck. Okay, and if that is the case, um, your ancestors want you to not focus on that. Okay, to not stay stuck on that frame of thought, because that just keeps you in the same place. All right, so they want you to just move forward, um, take the stand. Okay, take ownership, okay, of where you are now, and be prepared to move forward. Okay, so it's no point of pointing out whoever, saying that this is why that you're in the boat that you're in now, because essentially it's all going to boil down to, are you going to be the person responsible for getting you to where you want to be? All right, so now we're going to pull some cards from the Hello from the Other Side deck for the viewers who are still watching, to see what ancestors want to come through and what messages they have for you. Okay, and so they don't have to all correlate. I'll pull about four of them. So the first one we have is the letter T. So someone whose name begins with the letter T. Um, and we'll see who else wants to show up. And like I say, they don't have to all correlate with each other. So each card could be for someone, different. All right. So who else wants to show up in this reading for pile number 3? What ancestor wants to show up or pass on loved one to deliver a message? Oh, both of those popped out. Okay, so we have the letter H, and we also have a great aunt. All right, and one more message, please. One more ancestor. All right, and someone whose birthday is December 16th through the 30th. All right, so this is who wants to show up in this reading for you. So now let's see what messages they have. All right, what messages do you have for your lovely pal number 3? All right, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Yes, new opportunities, new abundant opportunities, they're saying, is coming through for you. All right, and they want to help you to get there. Pile number 3. All right, they say that all you have to do is make the choice. Make the choice of change. Make the choice of letting love in and working from the heart rather than from a material space. All right, letting go of all past disappointments with this 3 of Swords. They want you to let go of past disappointments, because this is what's going to stand in your way. All right, any hard times, like the blame games hold us back card, they don't want you to point fingers. Let those things go. All right, look at where you have come to this point and where you're going to go from here. Seven of Pentacles energy, right? Just looking back at where you are and where you want to go. All right. And that usually requires some form of patience. So this is to say you're not exactly where you want to be, but then how are you going to get there? Okay. This is right under the Eight of Pentacles. All right. So Seven of Pentacles, then Eight of Pentacles. So you're not where you want to be, but how are you going to get there? And that's what the Eight of Pentacles does. The Eight of Pentacles puts in the work. All right. And then you also have the Knight of Cups. Yes. And this is just what I was saying. Moving from a place within of emotion, right? And actually letting your cup be filled with doing things from an emotional standpoint, right? A passionate standpoint, rather than doing things for the money. So some of you may have, disregarded a craft or a job or something that you really want to do because it was not promising as far as, pay wise, right? And so but you realize that the job that is paying, this is for those who are job related, you realize that the job that is, worthwhile from a monetary standpoint is not fulfilling you emotionally, right? So now it's time to get back to it. Get back to doing things from a place of love. Get back to doing things from a place of wanting to be emotionally stable and balanced, okay? Because this is what's going to help to revive you. All right. And they want you to let go of, like the card says, the blame game, or of pointing out who may be responsible for these situations that you're in. And they want you to just take a look at where you are and where you want to be and start putting in the work. Okay. But leading from a place of love, passion, and something that's going to bring emotional fulfillment. All right. All right, pal number 3. So those are the messages that came through for you. Really hope you enjoy. If so, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay. And until next time, my lovelies, take care and bye bye.